turn the volume off for 2 minutes, but we've checked the volume and all that sort of thing. So yeah, scroll forward, back to it. First thing we're going to do, we're working on this one here. Now let me get this right. Odin's horns. This is a Viking symbol, a Nordic one. So so far we're not actually showing anything up. So let's have another go. Yeah, basically with the Nordic symbols, the Norse symbol. I noticed my son now, he started a new class this year and they're studying the Vikings. And one thing that I looked at when he was doing his homework yesterday was to do with Viking jewellery. I thought, wow, this is remarkably similar to Celtic jewellery. So I thought we'd make some. I've sent one to his class. Let's have a little look here, see. Yeah, you can hear it. Brilliant, we're on there so I can hear. Yeah, so that's what I thought we'd have a little look at first of all, because I've done Celtic jewellery before, and it is so similar to Celtic jewellery. To be honest with you, I think they've taken good inspiration there probably from the Celts, or I don't want to offend anybody who's on the Viking side, so possibly it went the other way from the Vikings to the Celts, but I think it takes a lot of inspiration from that. Very similar to things like the Eternity sign. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to demonstrate cutting all that out. I'm also going to show you a little bit cutting out on this one here, the paw print. And I'm going to show you two little variations that I use of the paw print. Really popular symbol, but again, we've cut it out for you to see. Just as well, I want to check, see if the comments are working. So if you've joined us, thank you for joining us. If you could pop a little comment, just so I can check that I can see there, just a quick hello or something, so I know that everything is working okay on my side. But for now, we're going to get into it. We're going to get cutting out. Tom's wood carver's just coming in, and he's sticking a few pieces together for us. Right. So I will super glue that one there. You want to pass us the brown glue?
Oh, I've got the other way.
And the accelerant. Yeah, we can check that out. There we go. Let's get cutting. Hello John, thanks for putting the comment on. I know now that the comments are working fine. A few other things I forgot to explain as well. We've got 3 layers stacked up that we're cutting there, and we're working with the Nikwa Pabeko blade, so slightly different from our regular blade of the Nikwa Speed. Same number, a number 9, and again, it's a reverse tooth blade. But I find in this wood, this Sabina that we get from Spain, I find that that's a good blade for us to use. So yeah, we'll carry on cutting, but that's a little bit of a change from what we normally use. Right, so that is the outside cuts of the, well, sounds like a bit of a contradiction, but it's the outside cuts of the inside. Oh, we've got another little comment from John. Hello there, good morning to you, John, and well, it's good afternoon for us. Gotta keep the man with, yes, absolutely, yeah, you can see we got this all, we got that sawdust all over the saw, and it's yeah, cut in nicely, that blade. And the main thing, we're checking it all over. Yeah, nice clean finish that we got on there, no burning or anything like that. So yeah, all so far so good. Now Thomas Woodcarver came in with a couple of pieces here, and this will be useful for anyone who's learning scroll sawing. Then we use stack cutting as a method, so I'm going to move this one out of the way 2 seconds, and I'm going to show you how we go about doing our stack cutting. Apologies as well for the, well, bear with me 2 seconds. Apologies for the early start. What happened, I was actually going to start the live stream Yeah, on time, perfect as close to perfectly on time as we could. But what happened, I got a group that's booked in for, for later this afternoon. So I brought forward our live stream. Now, on this one, I want to have a go. I'm going to be cutting out 3 layers at a time. So when it comes to marking out our projects, the first thing that we're looking at is the wood. So my wife has actually marked these out for us. So there's a couple of little knots there, which isn't ideal. And there's also this, a little bit of, I don't know whether just may have gone through the planer and taken a little bit of a chunk where the grain goes the other way. So that's not ideal, but we'll see if we can sort of deal with that as we go along. We then check out the other layers. So we got 1 there, we got 2 there. There's a split in that, which makes me a bit dubious, and a nail hole there. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to stack those layers together. I'm hoping we're going to be able to get that. So the way I do that, I use a bit of Starbond CA glue, just like so. Just run that into the edges. Now Dad, he just screws the layers together. Whatever method you want to use, you can use a bit of packing tape, which also lubricates the blade. So we stick those layers together. A little bit of the Starbond accelerant. I'm using the brown Starbond CA glue. Reason for that, cool, those fumes always get me. But the reason I'm doing that is because I've got plenty of that type of glue at the moment. Then, we've done 2 layers we've stuck together. The next one then, we can always do a couple of little dabs like this, just like so. And quick squirt of the accelerant. Try not to squirt it inside my mask, because that wouldn't be great. So we just stick those down like so. And that is how then we would prepare those projects. So again, a little bit on the one side, a little bit on the other, like so. And that's how we prepare our scroll saw project. So hopefully, yeah, just an interesting one to see as we're going through it. Demonstrate it again. So check the wood over. Again, a little bit of splitting here is not ideal. We've got a knot there which we've managed to avoid. Check the other layers. We've got a screw hole there. Yeah, that's not going to be great, but we've got a chance. It's got 2 chances. Yes and no. A little bit of a split, but that's what we check it all over for before we get started. Put the layers together like that. Run a bit of CA glue to stick those layers together. Simple method for doing our stack cutting. And then from here, the next part of the process, it would be to drill out any pilot holes that are required for doing pierce work, so doing all the internal cuts. Sand it a little bit to get it nice and flat on the back. Here we are.
That one's not brilliant.
Here we are. So I've done those 2, so I'm going to hand these on to Thomas the Woodcarver, and what he'd do, he's going to drill those holes. So you can see these are simple little decorations. But because we are a family workshop, we are a business at the end of the day, we're looking all the time for little methods that we can use to speed up our production. So
speed is a dodgy word at the moment.
Yeah, we can't mention speed. No, we can't mention speed. We've got to do everything slowly here in Wales. Our government has just decided to make everyone drive around at walking speed. So yeah, Thomas the Woodcarver doesn't want me mentioning working at speed. We've got to go slowly. Right. On that note, we get back to cutting. Any questions about that process and those methods, let me know, and yeah, we do our best to answer. I'm going to check first of all. No, I didn't spray any accelerant in the mask, so I'm not going to be choking on the fumes. Well, all I'll say, Brian, have you ever tried press and seal? No, that would be a new one, that, John. No, I haven't tried that. I'll have to have a look. I'll have to check it out. And yeah, Brian, I've signed the petition. There we are. Oh, I did have an entertaining drive up to driving my boys up the rugby yesterday, and I got overtaken by a tractor and a pedestrian. That's all I'll say.
There we go.
So that is how we cut out, yeah, three bits of jewellery at the same time. Hello Mark, hope you're doing well. Hello to Brian and John and Midnight Scroller too. Hope everyone's doing well this week. Thanks for joining us. What on the motorway? I will have to slow down when I'm over the bridge, yeah. Oh, you've got to keep a keen eye on it, absolutely. It's actually, do you know, it's had the reverse effect because it's all about we're talking, Mark, because you'll have it as well with you up in Llanelli. We're talking about 20 mile an hour in the Welsh Government. And it's actually made it more dangerous here because this hamlet is no, not even 30. It's 40 mile an hour, and they've reduced it either side to 20 mile an hour. So what they're doing, see, people are driving faster through here to try and make up the time that they've lost driving elsewhere. So yeah, I love it when that's great planning, great organisation. Hello, oh, John says as well. The brand is Glad Press and Seal. Okie doke. And you put it over the wood, and you spray adhesive to the pattern, and I'm with you. That's to do with sticking the pattern down. What we do, yeah, we keep it. The way we've always done it is using a PVA glue solution. Takes a little bit longer because you're waiting for it to dry, but it does the job. So yeah, that's how we've always sort of stuck down on that front. Right, next one I'm going to cut out. But yeah, anybody looking for methods for sticking down, that one works well, the press and seal. Or you can just stick it on PVA glue. Does the same thing. We use that as well because it's cheap. So we use an A4 piece of paper, draw the design on, copy it on the photocopier, and then we stick it on. Yeah, PVA glue on the back, PVA glue on the woods, stick it down, wait for it to dry. Right, gonna do the Christmas tree next. I was going to change that blade because I seem to be pushing a bit too hard, but I'll give it a try first. Let's give it another try. Usually when I try with stuff like that, I usually decide I was right the first time and just change the blade. And I was going to show those paw prints, but Thomas Wood Carver's given me quite a thick 3 pieces of wood to stack, so I think I'll leave that a little bit and come back to it. We come back to it when we've got a new blade. Here we go then, let's start cutting. Any questions as well as we go along? Let us know. Put it in the comments. Isn't it funny? That's happened on both sides now. Where, what I do, let me just show you. What I'm doing, see, I leave that piece without putting the plate in, and the idea is the block drops down. But on both sides, it twisted round and stayed in place. So, sometimes it's the design, sometimes it's just a bit of bad luck, sometimes all different things happen. Let's have a little look. My van will not get out the second gear 20 miles an hour, so it will cost me more. And will throw out more pollution. Exactly. There we are. We've been talking a bit about 20 miles an hour. Oh, we've got a car coming in as well.
Oh, it's wonderful.
There we are. So, yeah.
20 miles an hour.
20 miles an hour. Welcome to Wales.
Welcome to Wales.
Drive slowly.
And Mr. Blinking Drakefoot.
And apparently, somebody did say, are they voting or are they introducing now today more assembly members?
Oh yeah, we want another 30 odd.
Another 30 assembly members. That's just what we need in Wales. There we go.
Another lot of parasites.
There we go. So yeah, we'll have to be careful though. We'll end up. What is it? They'll end up taking us off the platform for political views.
Oh, I do apologise.
There we go.
I am so sorry. I've insulted parasites. I do apologise.
So we just get what we do. We just make sure we get that block out next, and then from there, once we get that block out the way, we carry on cutting. So that's what we're going to do. We carry on cutting that bit out. Safer to take that block out than to try and cut it with it in place and go off the line. So that's what we do. And there we go. Okay, so we managed to get a little bit more out of that blade, but it's now time that we change it over. Let's just have a little look. We just knock those two pieces out of there. But it shows just worth trying a blade for a little bit longer. Let's have a little look. Oh, we got marking agreement. All the parts that absolutely. Yeah, spot on, Mark. 100% agree with you there. So let's have a little look. We're doing a bit of scroll sawing is what we're doing.
Yeah.
So we're just cutting out. Right, so that blade, yeah, it's still cutting quite well, but just as well to change it over. So we got another blade ready to go. There we are, and there we are. So let's have a little look. We're going to go back to our nickel speed one because I haven't got one of the other blades to hand. And yeah, so far we got that Christmas tree, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to hand these over then to Thompson Woodcarver, because what we would do with these, we cut the internal work on the scroll saw, but to cut the surround we'll do that on the band saw. So that's what we just demonstrate. Just feeding the blade in, and then away we go. Mask back on.
And that's so.
Good morning, Michael. And hello to everyone. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Just doing some cutting out. A couple of Christmas decorations, and we got some jewellery as well. That's actually, yeah, because of the vibration, it's actually gone off the saw. Right, I'm just going to show you as well on this one how we would do it slightly different, whether we're doing a dog or a cat paw print. So we demonstrate this one. so far. Oh, hello. Hello to the carver. Hope all is well. Yeah, sorry, apologies for the early start. It's because we got a group coming in a little bit later, and so I had to move things forward, so apologies for that. But yeah, thanks for joining us and great to have you with us. That one there that we've cut so far, that I would regard more as our cat paw print. And now I'll go on to do the dog paw print. Main difference with it, a bit more pointy on the actual, what would you call them? The claws, I guess. Yeah, the cat's claws. I tend to do them a little bit sort of sharper, a bit more pointed. As with the dog, I tend to round them off a little bit more. But yeah, hope all is well with everyone. Thanks for joining us. Any thoughts and any questions, anything at all, give us a shout. Okay, so you can see two slightly different designs for our paw print. But yeah, good, adds a little bit of variety. I don't know, which is your favourite? I'll turn them over, you can see on the back as well. That's where it's got a little bit of a curl, and that one is more of a straight point. We gear that one more towards cats, that one more towards dogs. What I'm going to do as well with this one, again, we would cut it out on the bandsaw, because it's all about, you know, speed. Cut it out on the bandsaw, and then afterwards we'll use the belt sander just to smooth out any rough edges. And so instead of cutting it on the scroll saw now, which is how I used to do it, we just cut it straight down, straight around like that. See? So just straighten out those edges, so go round there and round there. The same as we do with that one there, same as we do with that one, we'll do it on that one there as well. So just going around on the bandsaw. Right, on to what time we got there. Just coming up to 5:30. Let's check the comments, see what I've missed. Right, hi Cal, where are your videos? There we are. Yeah, we're all waiting for some new content. Let's have a look. I made it this week. Missed it entirely last week. Oh, no problem at all. All busy is the thing. I just bought a few carving knives. Brilliant, and hope to have a play with them in the winter. Fantastic. Because I know the carver's been doing a few things with case knives. So that's the one that the carver works with. Let's have a little look. We've got 2 art. Or what? Did I miss something there? Great. Are they part of a set? 2 art? Yeah. So I meant for the knife question. I'm behind there. I know. The recent projects haven't been what I would consider video worthy. Be doing more soon. Good, good. Look forward to seeing them. I got more articles to write for Case. Good. Look forward to that as well. I've been scrolling my carving patterns and ordered basswood blocks for carving like you do. Brilliant. And nothing wrong with flex cut knives. That's what I started with. Yeah, great. Any different tools? Any stuff for carving? Anything at all? All equipment. It's all good. All helps. And all beneficial for what you do. Right, to finish off on the scroll saw, because what I'm going to do, you'll have to excuse me because I dropped this one over the other side, so I'm going to pick that one up because I'm going to carve, excuse me again, apologies for going in front of the camera, but what I'm going to do, I've got this one here, this jewellery that we cut out at the start. I'm going to show you how we carve one of those, although that hasn't cut out perfectly there. There we are. It's not too bad, we get away with that. We could straighten it up. I'm going to straighten that up a little bit. It's just that line there I'm not 100% happy with. So, first things to cut that, we're going to have to put our little piece back into the machine. So what it is, we just got to straighten up that one line where we've carved. So we put that one back in the machine, and we're just going to square that line back up. I'm going to do it on all 3, so let's have a good look. These things happen, not always going to cut perfect every single time, so just go back over it and sort it out. 4 chisels on back order, good, good. Keep adding to them. Brilliant, yeah, great. Keep adding to what you got, it all comes in useful. so that's the pierce work ready on that Lovespoon. And then once we cut this around, that'll finish things off on the scroll saw. Just check again if I missed any comments. Just remember, slow and steady is fat. Absolutely, yeah. I designed another Whirligig brilliant for next summer. I want the card to be 3D. Brilliant. Yeah, that's a nice little challenge for you as well, to make it more three-dimensional. Always taking on something new and challenging your skill set, learning a few new things along the way. Sounds great. Right, let's get this surround cut out and then we do some carving. Here we are, and our finish is cutting out the surround. So you can see we cut the two Lovespoons at the same time. So using that stack cutting method, just speeding up the process, ready for the hand carving. Right, so from here, we got those two there. They're gonna have to go on the bandsaw to be cut out, plus those two there. So altogether, that'll give us 6 paw print, either key rings or little pieces of jewellery. 3 Christmas decorations, 3 more with the angel on them, and then we'll go across to the bench, we'll go across to the workbench, and we'll carve out these ones here. So bear with me while I change cameras. I think Thomas Woodcarver's doing a little bit of carving on there now, so do I like to put that one on for everyone to see?
Yeah.
There we are. So we change cameras, you can see Thomas Woodcarver.
I don't know whether it's saying, is it showing it? I moved the cameras, is it?
Ah, right. We're getting something. 2 seconds, bear with us. Just like so. So you can see him doing a little bit of carving there. Once he's finished carving doing the engraving on that one, we will do a little bit of carving on that Nordic style jewellery for you all to see. So we've got an engraving down the stem of the spoon, is it?
Yep.
There we are on the wood that you're carving, little piece of yew there.
That's correct.
So you've got the heartwood and you've got the sapwood. So you get the contrast between the 2 colours. And in the background, whilst Thomas Woodcarver's doing that, I'm just separating those 2 love spoons. We just separated them away from each other. Alright, okay over there?
Put the shellac on.
Yeah, if I can.
Well, I've just dropped some
Yeah, I'll sort that, don't worry.
oil on there. You want to come by here now?
Yeah. There we are, right, so let's quickly do a bit of carving on this one. When we saw this one, as I said, my son, he is studying this year a little bit about the Vikings, and when I saw some of the different symbols, this one, Odin's Horns is the name of this one. So I noticed that it was extremely similar to the Celtic eternity sign, so I thought, right, we can carve that one. So this may be something that we use in an upcoming video, is where we actually do some Nordic style jewellery. So yeah, that'll be something that we might have coming up on the channel. Right, I've just had my group pull in, so we'll have to speed things up just for everyone to see. All we do with this one, we do all of our stop cuts down into the woods. So we get our surround, our basic surround like so. All the stop cuts, we just had the group turn up as well, but they're early, aren't they?
Oh dear.
Yeah, so we do our stop cuts down into the wood like so. Same with these ones, just doing the different stop cuts, just like so. And there we are. So we're just doing all of our stop cuts down into the wood like so. There we are. Hello there. We're just in the middle of a live stream. We'll be with you. We'll be with you in a minute.
All right.
Okie doke.
I'll get Chaz. Can we come in? Yes.
Yeah, by all means do.
Yeah, we won't be long.
Yeah, we'll only be a minute. There we are. So you can just see we're doing all those stop cuts just like so. There we are. So from there, we just do a little bit of depth, carving in just like so. And then afterwards we just do the same on all of those different cuts, and we tidy it all up, just giving everything a little bit of depth and a little bit of detail. There we are. Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you.
Pardon?
Need any help?
No, we're okay, thank you. We're just finishing off a live stream, we are. So we're just saying, wishing everyone a good week. There we are. Yeah, hope you all have a good week. Thank you for joining us. Any questions or anything again, let us know, and we'll do our best to help you out. Thanks.